In this video, we are going to be working on a new Batman cowl. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I working on another Batman cowl when I've already put out like maybe 4 videos on the Batman cowl, and one not too long ago, but that was Lego Batman, and nobody cares about Lego Batman. This one I did a little differently. I added the nose piece. It looks more organic, like it's sculptured, but it's all made out of foam. And then I also added the back piece to it too, so yeah. And I'm also gonna do like a neck guard for it. That'll be in another video whenever I start working on the Batman armor, which is gonna be a fusion of Batman from InJustice and Batman of the Justice League. So we'll probably call it the InJustice League Batman. Yeah, put it on. Alright y'all, let's get right to it. So I picked up this mask from the toy store, and it's really cool, but it's not ideal for cosplay. So I'm going to take some 5mm craft foam, stick it in this toaster oven, and I'm going to put it on top of this mask while ED is wearing it. Now I've already got my toaster oven preheated to pretty hot, and then I got my safety mitts on. They're not really safety. And I got my craft foam just big enough to fit inside the oven, and then I'm going to let it sit in there for about 20 seconds. And that's all you need to get it really soft and malleable. And I'm going to stick it on top of this mask, and I'm going to try to push in all the little details and the crevices and the, you know, whatever, the awesomeness, I guess. And now you only have about a minute to work with this, so you got to work pretty quick, and you got to make sure you get all your details in. And you can actually go over with the heat gun if you miss a spot. But yeah, pretty much this is it. And there you have it, a really nice shape of the mask. Look at all that detail. Now, it's not as detailed as the original mask, but it's good enough for me. Now, I'm going to take the mask off, and I'm going to trace out the eyes and the nose mouth area. And then I'm going to take a brand new sharp X-Acto knife blade, and I'm going to cut right on the outer edge of the line that I drew, because the inner edges would probably be too small. Now that I got all my pieces cut out, I'm going to take my Dremel tool and I'm going to sand and round off these edges before I put on the rest of the mask, because this is easier to do it this way, I guess. Now I'm going to trim out some more excess material because I need a pretty defined shape so I can glue it onto the rest of the helmet, which I haven't made yet. This will just be a template. I already did one side, and then I cut that off and I flipped the material over and I clamped it down to the other side and traced it. Now I'm carefully cutting it out, making sure everything is nice and symmetrical, because when I make these patterns on ED, I only do one side of the helmet. So you want to make sure both sides is exactly symmetrical. Now it's time to making the rest of this helmet. Now, you've seen me do this before. I like to make my patterns out of poster board paper, which is fairly tedious, but it gets the job done, and this is the method that I prefer until I discover another way of doing it. Could try sculpting with clay, but then I have to deal with symmetry, and I don't have the patience for that. Now, I've already got all my shapes figured out, and I got my high-tech template maker, which is also known as a regular grocery bag, and I got my high-tech duct tape, which is also known as duct tape. I'm using a strip of 5mm craft foam. This will help me determine a straight line. And now we're going to take that mask we cut out earlier, and I'm going to draw a line. This is where I'm going to attach this faceplate to the rest of the helmet. I keep saying helmet when I should be saying cowl or cowl. Moo. So I've already got all my lines drawn out and my patterns cut out. I want to double check and make sure the faceplate will match the rest of the cowl. And then once I'm all done with that, I want to take all my patterns and then use some spray adhesive and spray it onto some poster board paper. This will help make it a lot easier to transfer these patterns over to some craft foam. Now, with this particular helmet, this particular project, I didn't have to cut anything in an angle. Everything was all cut in a straight 90-degree. I normally start from the outside and work my way in, but this one is a little different. I went ahead and assembled the centerpiece. I'm using the surface of my table and that nice clean piece of wax paper to make sure that nothing sticks to the table. This will help me get a really nice clean joint or edge or seam line, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. And then I'm going to take the faceplate and then I'm going to stick it onto the center piece, just like that. I stopped using hash marks a long time ago, but it would have been a really good idea to use it on this project because you want to make sure everything is centered out. Now let's move along to the side pieces. I'm taking the inner earpiece and I'm gluing it to the ear, and then I'm going to glue this little earpiece here, which I don't even think is necessary to have, but I did it anyways. And I'm going to carefully line up the, I don't know what you call that, the temple to the, well, the side to the rest of the mask. Just do it like this. You're going to want to make sure you take it nice and easy and get your seam line near perfect, because this was my second attempt actually, and yeah, the first one didn't look so nice, but second one turned out a little bit better. The only problem with this second one is that it was too tight and I had to go back to using the first one, but I made the second one for the sake of this video tutorial, and I didn't feel like making a third one just because of perfection, because it is just cosplay, bro. Maybe I should have made a third one, a better one. But Vinny McFly has a smaller head than I do, so this would be perfect for him. He normally cosplays as my Batman Beyond, so I may make this one my new Batman Beyond helmet. I just need to figure out how to cover the mouth. Here was my original attempt. You see my seam line wasn't perfect, so I attempted putting some glue on there, which made it worse, I think. And then I decided to go crazy on the Mod Podge. Hopefully it'll conceal some of the imperfections. Right here I got a piece of black cloth, which is a two-way stretch, and I'm going to glue it to the back of the cowl. This will cover my neck. Now I went and glued the edges real good so that way I can press the fabric right onto the edge, and it'll make it look real, I don't know what you call that, it'll make it look better. How about that? Let's just go with that. So far so groovy, and I'm definitely starting to really dig this new back cowl that I've made. Fabric will allow me to move my head, look up, look down. Can't really do that with other cowls, but yeah. I sewn some Velcro to some elastic, and then I hot glued it down to the chin area. I also did it to the fabric. Then I went and added a couple coat of Plasti Dip. Hopefully this will conceal the imperfection, which it really didn't. The shininess really made it stand out more. But after it all dried out, I'm pretty happy with the end result, because it is just cosplay, you know what I'm saying? Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope y'all learned something. Sounds really weird in here. And after I put that plastic dip on it, kind of gives it this, I could hear every movement. It's kind of weird. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you guys want to check out more videos of the InJustice Batman, then make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more awesome cool tutorials. I've already started working on Deathstroke 2.0, which is gonna be sick, especially with the new color theme that I'm going with. And yeah, I got a few other projects coming up, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and follow me on all my social networks. I got me a new photographer, so I will be taking some more professional quality pictures with Photoshop and all that stuff. So you guys are going to want to follow me on my Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, then follow me on my Facebook. Yeah, I'm more active on Instagram than I am on Facebook and on YouTube, so make sure you guys follow me there. Alright, and this is it for right now. I'll see you guys in the next video.